Trying an example from Progsu. So in these exercises we're required to draw flags. Usually you get given the output and you have to write a program to reproduce that output. Let's take a look at what happens if we do nothing. We've got a score of 0, and that's because we did nothing. We got our function drawFlag got called with the parameter ctx, which represents the surface that we're drawing on. And by default that'll be transparent, and so what we can see here is the grey background behind the transparent image that we've just produced. Let's do something. So ctx, that's what's called the canvas 2D context. And that allows a number of methods, one of which is fillRect. So fillRect is a method of the canvas context. And let's try and draw this first green rectangle here. So fillRect takes 4 parameters, 4 numbers. It takes the coordinates of the top left, which is 0, 0 in this case. 0 is at the y equals 0 is at the top of the image, usually in the computer world. The other 2 parameters are the width and the height, and the width is 50 and the height is 100 in this case. Let's just draw that. Okay, so we're still at a score of 0. We've got a fine rectangle, it's in the right place, it's got the right size. Unfortunately it's the wrong color. Let's put that right. So another method we have, it's not a method, this is an attribute, so fillStyle. And fillStyle can be a string, and that string can be a common color. So the famous colors, red, blue, green, white, that kind of stuff, it recognizes all of those, and we can put in an RGB value if we want to as well. If you've used CSS, then you'll know the kind of things you can put in for color. So that's given us 33%. We've got one rectangle in the right place. Let's try and move on and do a second one. So if we can just continue as many of these rectangles as we like, and if one rectangle overlaps another, it'll just get painted over in order. Yellow is the next rectangle. This time we are 50 units along and 0 units down. So that's x is 50, y is 0, and the width and height are the other way around. So this time we want 100 in width and we want 50 in height. That should give us 2/3. There we go, 66%, perfect. Well, not perfect, 66% good. Let's see if we can get perfect. And to do that, we need to put in, of course, the last one. I know you're way ahead of me. So that last rectangle is red. It's got the same width and height as its yellow sibling, but this time the y coordinate is 50. So it's 50 along and 50 down is the top left of that final rectangle. There we go, 100%. We've got our first example done.